3 weeks tomorrow, there will be a global climate strike with all sorts of protests and stop works planned across the world and here in Australia. Ridiculously, Sydney City Council and other local governments are getting in on this, actually encouraging people to take the day off, disrupt our cities and stage protests. More on some of that silliness in a moment. But if you ever needed to know just how inane the climate carry-on is, just look at all the fuss about the 16-year-old Swedish activist Greta Thunberg arriving in New York. She, of course, has helped start this whole climate strike nonsense, and for reasons I simply can't even attempt to explain, she's become a leading voice on climate action around the world. She's a kid. She talks nonsense. She knows little and does less. She should be at school, but we see this sort of attention instead, and she tells the climate alarmists exactly what they want to hear.
The climate and ecological crisis is a global crisis and the biggest crisis humanity has ever faced, and if we don't manage to work together, to cooperate and to work together despite our differences, then we will fail. So we need to stand together and support each other and to take action.
Now, this sideshow is a long way away from us, but as I said, there is plenty of palaver going on here too. And with this global climate strike happening 3 weeks tomorrow, can you believe even school parents and friends associations are getting in on the act? Look at this email from the PNF at the Bondi Public School, or as they call it, the Parents and Carers Association. The healthy future of our planet is one of the biggest and most important challenges we face, this email says. Bondi Beach Public Schools P&C is committed to action. Their recently formed environmental working group just secured long overdue solar panels for the school roof, and they are now supporting the call to action by global climate strike on Friday the 20th of September. This is an expansion on the recent school strike for climate event and is for everyone, adults and children. The email goes on, the world's biggest ever climate mobilisation was led by children. It's time adults stepped up. The global climate strike this September needs everyone. This is the parents. As part of the P&C, this hive, they call themselves, is proud and motivated to support this call to action. It's one day to make a difference, so let's all book a day off and join together on the 20th of September to make our voices heard. So let's get this straight. This is parents encouraging their children to have a day off from classes to join a protest, and it's parents encouraging each other to take the day off work too to join the protest. This is a school parents organisation working against the interests of their own kids' education. This is the political fashion of our time, isn't it? This is the nonsensical climate zeitgeist of our time. This is the post-material indulgence of people who obviously don't have enough real challenges in their life. We saw a comment from the state's Education Minister, Sarah Mitchell, who says, when it comes to strike action during school hours, my position hasn't changed. Students need to be at school on school days. Their education must come first. Getting an quality education is the best way for students to become informed citizens. Spot on. And just a thought for those activist parents, if you want to protest with your kids, sort something out on the weekend. Give up some of your Saturday or Sunday.